Welcome, everybody. I know that I don't think we were planning to do another one of these this soon, since last year, but we're calling this a silver lining because this is the 25th time that we're announcing in our 76 years completed the head coach of the Hershey Bears, and like we did last year, we'll begin with our President General Manager, Doug Yingst.
Thanks, Scott. I, too, would like to welcome you. A great crowd here tonight for an exciting time for the Hershey Bears Hockey Club and our franchise and a new beginning for this season. Before I say a few words, I'd like to recognize two people special to us, special to the company, special to the Hershey Bears. And one is Bill Simpson, who's the President, Chief Executive Officer, for Hershey Entertainment Resorts, and the retired Chairman of the Board of Milton Hershey School and President COO of HERCO, Mr. Ken Hatt. Welcome, good to have you here. Well, if familiarity breeds success, then this should surely work. Not only does our new coach, Troy Mann, and our assistant coach, Bryan Helmer, of the Hershey Bears Club familiar with each other, they're also familiar with our fans, our staff, our culture, our players, our competition, our NHL affiliate, and the American Hockey League. They are winners and champions both separately and together. And with that, let's welcome Troy Mann.
Well, as I said to Tim yesterday in an interview on the way to the airport, what a difference a year makes. And it's amazing what can happen to a person's life over a 12-month period. So I'm extremely grateful and very excited to be back. It's an emotion. Sorry, told my wife I wouldn't do this, but no, it's a real emotional time to come back to Hershey. I want to thank the Washington Capitals and the Hershey Bears organization, and especially Doug here for giving me my opportunity and just the belief system in terms of my coaching ability. Because as a young coach, you know, climbing the ladder, that's all you can ask for is opportunity. And I'm just extremely excited to be back. And the family is, to say excited is it'd be an understatement right now. So we're hoping to get the moving truck to our home pretty quick here and make Hershey our home again. So the other thing, last thing I wanted to say was just the support system. You know, it's in our business, moving is just part of it. Whether you're a player or a coach, you know, it's part of the gig. You know, you pack up and you move on to your next spot. And you know, you really truly realize your friends and your support system when you're away, because it's easy to make friends when you're in a new spot. And the support over the last 12 months from the Bears family and just the community in general has been it's been flattering. So we're going to do the best we can to bring another Calder Cup here, and there's no guarantees because winning is not easy. But Helms and I are going to do our best to bring the best product on the ice for you guys. So thanks very much. So I'll do the honors of introducing our assistant coach here. So, you know, during the process, you know, when an organization is serious about bringing you on board, a normal question in the interview process is, hey, do you have an idea who your assistant coach might be? And I certainly went into the interview with an idea and some names that I thought would be great fits, not only for myself, but for the organization. And that's why, you know, Bryan was chosen. And it just was ironic that when I did go down to the coaching seminar last week at the draft, you know, it was chaotic when you get in there, and one of the first guys I run into is Bryan Helmer. And I had never even called him on the position just because, you know, you want to get the position before you start talking about the possibilities. But you know what? I thought about it after talking to him before the seminar started, and at our first break, I just pulled him aside and said, hey, this is what's going on. I'm going to be meeting with Doug and the Caps the next day. And I said, if things work out, I said, would you be interested in coming to Hershey? I said, I think that you understand the Hershey dynamics. You've been a two-time Calder Cup champion there. And we won together. So I think it was an unbelievable fit. And he was ecstatic. And when I gave him the call, Sunday, Doug calls me and offers me the position, and things, some details had to be ironed out. So I couldn't really tell Helms right away, and I was, believe me, anxious to call him. And it took a couple days, but he was pretty thrilled to know that he was the guy that was going to come here and ride the ship with me. So, further ado, I want to introduce Bryan Helmer.
Thanks, Troy. I'm not going to cry, but first of all, I'd like to thank Doug and Bill and also Troy for giving me this opportunity. Boy, I'm so glad to be back. It's been a few years, and I'm glad I got to go into coaching last year and got a lot of experience in Peterborough, and now to come here, it's a dream come true. I said the other day to somebody, last time I was on the ice here in Hershey, I was lifting up the Calder Cup, and now I want to do it with the suit on. So, it's my goal to do whatever I can to help Troy and to bring a Calder Cup back here, and it'd be the 12th one. So, thank you so much for everyone. Again, my family's not here, but they're very excited to come back to Hershey. We've got a lot of friends here in Hershey, and we feel comfortable here, and I'm just, again, excited to be back here. So thank you so much.
Well, I'd like to congratulate both of these coaches. I'm really looking forward to riding the bus with them again, Troy, and for Bryan, I know I missed him by 2 years, I know, in terms of championships, but I'm really looking forward to this and getting to know him and getting to know these guys. I think we're going to be, once Doug and the Capitals complete our team, I think we're going to be in for an exciting season. We're really looking forward to it. So without further ado, we're going to open up the floor for a couple of questions here, if anybody would like to ask them, our media here, and then we'll do one-on-one interviews with all of them after we're all finished up. So with that, it's all yours.
The decision on Troy was based on, since he's been here previously, he already had our sweatsuits and golf shirts with his logo on, so it saved us a lot of money. I think the fit was, out of all the interviews that we did, and they were extensive, he was the best prepared. He was the most passionate about it. He came with his video, showed us some practice plans, was super prepared, had our depth chart in front of him, knew a lot of our personnel, showed the passion to be in Hershey, and I thought that was, there's so many coaches out there, and in this particular year, about 71, so many coaches that want to coach, but they really want to coach in Hershey. And we wanted the coach that really wanted to coach in Hershey. It's a different community and a different culture, and these two guys get it, that's why.
I just know that we're going to go down Saturday, and obviously they got a new coaching staff down there, so we're going to meet with Barry, I believe, on Sunday. And but in terms of the role, I'm not really sure what our participation will be in the whole week. I know they've changed the format here recently and did a lot of more scrimmage and then practice type things, but I think we'll have a better idea once we get down there on Saturday. Well, Helms and I touched on it a little bit this morning. When at the end of the day, you just want to kind of enjoy the moment, so to speak, with what today brings. But my mind's been racing a mile a minute in terms of training camp and all those things that will come down the line. But Helms and I will probably sit down next week and kind of discuss what we think is best in terms of, obviously he's going to run the defense, and that was one of the main focuses for me when he was the guy, but in terms of power play, PK, and those kind of things, we'll talk about it. And I think we've had in my 4 years here, we had a lot of success with the PK, so he's got a lot of pressure on him to make sure that's good. So.
Well, you were here at the end of a couple of years with the Bears, won 3 Calder Cups, made the finals 4 times. Great expectations here to get back to not being there the last 3 seasons. Is there pressure that goes along with that? Accepted the job or thought about the job?
Well, I think, you know, during the interview process, I think one of the things for me was I understand the Hershey dynamics. I know what's the expectation here. It's to raise the banner, and that's the only thing that, you know, the fans base accepts. So we know what's at stake in terms of what we want to put on the ice, but at the same time, you know, when it comes to the prospects, things are run in cyclical patterns, and I truly believe that the young guys drive the engine in the American Hockey League, and I can go through every roster, the last 5 years of winners, and the young guys drive the bus, so to speak, and you mix them in with some good vets, and you win championships. Hershey did it 2 years in a row. I was a big part of that. When you look at the core of that team in 2009, 2010, most of those guys are in the NHL right now, and you can go to Bingo, you can go to you know, Syracuse, Norfolk. I mean, those guys, they have a high percentage of their roster in the NHL. So I think when I put the depth chart in front of me before going to the interview, they do have some real good young guys that are coming back through the system, and it's Helms and I's job to make sure they're developing on a day-to-day basis, and you mix that in with some good veteran guys, which Hershey usually has, and I think you got the makings of a good team. You know, obviously doesn't guarantee championships, but that's what you're striving for.